Last year I left Puerto Rico and I haven't been back since, but these last few videos talking about the island made me start to think about what I miss about it. So today I'm going to share with you 11 things I miss about living in Puerto Rico, so let's get to it. If you like hearing about Puerto Rico, give the video a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe for more. So if you don't know my story, a few years ago, the hubby and I relocated to Puerto Rico, and we lived there for almost 4 years. We moved for a combination of overseas adventure / midlife crisis and tax benefits. While there, I learned to love many of the aspects of Puerto Rican culture. So here are the 11 things that I miss most. Number 11, try Fungo. Mofongo is good, but trifungo is so much better. It's a combination of yellow plantains, green plantains, and I think yucca root with garlic and all mashed together with salt and pepper and bacon fat, I think, is the secret ingredient to give the wow factor. I love trifungo and I miss that. Number 10 is coffee. I mean, okay, we have coffee here on the mainland, but what I miss are the little bags of the fresh Puerto Rican coffee that had just come off the farms from the mountains. The kind of coffee that's grown in Puerto Rico is very similar to the Blue Mountain, which sells for something like, I don't know, 35 or 55 bucks a pound. I mean, it's like really expensive. The Puerto Rican coffee is that same caliber. It's sort of a medium, light, bright, sort of almost fruity-ish, just a wonderful coffee that you just don't find around here. So I miss the coffee. Number 9, I miss the chocolate bar. It's the Coco Bar Cortez in Old San Juan. We love this place. We call it the chocolate bar. And basically when you go, they have all these chocolate drinks. They've got chocolate desserts. They've got chocolate in the food. It's just fantastic. What we would do is we would drive from Dorado over to Catano and take park there, and then take the Catano ferry across to Old San Juan and just make a day of it. We'd go to Old San Juan, we'd walk around, we'd go to the shops, El Moro, whatever. And then of course we'd always stop at the chocolate bar. And yes, the chocolate martinis are good, but the thing we loved is called the Choco Frio, and the strawberry chocolate Choco Frio is the best. So you've got to try it. It's non-alcoholic. It's like a shake, but it's icier than a shake, but it's not an icy. It's like creamy. It's something in between. So good. And the other thing you got to try there is the chocolate grilled cheese. I know it sounds weird, but it's amazing. Number 8, I miss this culture of bon provecho. It's something the Puerto Ricans say that when they walk by you in a restaurant and you're eating, they will say bon provecho as they pass. And it's just this polite greeting, and they'll say it whether they're coming or going, and I think it's so sweet, and I kind of miss that. Number 7, lightning and thunder. Okay. It's the tropics, and they sometimes have these squalls of storms that just come up out of nowhere, and it's thunder and lightning, and it's downpouring rain, and it's super dramatic, and I love that. And we don't get that so often here, so I kind of miss that too. Number 6, the birdsong and the coqui. So every morning I would wake up to this symphony of birdsong. There was just so many different birds, and they were all singing, and you know, it just was this sense of vibrancy and zest and life. And I just, you know, we have birds here, but there just aren't as many of them, and they just don't make so much noise, and so I really kind of miss that. And then the other thing I miss is the coqui at night. So the coqui is a little native frog that sings their little song, and they go woohoo, or something like that. I'm starting to forget, but I loved it. It's just all night long these little frogs are singing, and it's just so beautiful and soft, and you know, it just puts you to sleep, and it's uniquely Puerto Rican. The other thing I miss in Puerto Rico, which is kind of weird, but every time you fly into San Juan from somewhere else and the plane lands, when it touches the ground, everybody just claps and cheers and like, yay, we didn't die. And I just love that. I haven't been anywhere else that happens, but in, you know, landing in San Juan, it's pretty consistent. And if it doesn't happen, I get really disappointed. So, because you know what? I'm happy to be on the ground and to have lived as well. So I get it. I'm totally into it. I just love that little custom. Number 4, the driving. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with driving in Puerto Rico. On the one hand, It's so horrible. There's like potholes everywhere. There's slow people in the fast lane and fast people in the slow lane. There's lanes that just disappear without any warning whatsoever. It's just like, oh my God, this lane is gone. There's people driving on the shoulders. There's people swerving. I mean, everybody drives like they're drunk all the time, even when they're sober. There's like pickups with horses in the back of them. I mean, literally in the back of a pickup, a horse is standing. It's crazy. There's just so much going on the roads. It makes me nuts. In the US, on the mainland, everything's very efficient. They follow the rules. They stay in their lane. When they change lanes, they signal. Puerto Rico, no, it's a freaking free-for-all. It's crazy. But on the flip side, the driving is also, it's kind of what I love, because driving in Puerto Rico is like driving in a video game. It's like, you're just like, you're not trying not to hit someone, you're trying to get past someone, you're trying to get past 5 people, you're trying to avoid the thing that just fell off the guy's truck. I mean, it's craziness. It's like Frogger. I mean, I kind of miss that, because it is a free-for-all. You can do whatever you want on the road. You will not get stopped unless your Marbete sticker is out of date. And that's like your registration sticker. Literally, if you're speeding or going too slow or swerving or whatever, I don't think the cops will ever pull you over. They only pull you over if that sticker is out of date. So if you like mayhem and craziness and, think it's kind of fun, heck, rent a car and go driving in Puerto Rico. It is a total adventure. And you know what? Even though I hate it, I kind of love it and I kind of miss it. The number 3 thing I miss most about Puerto Rico are its people. The Puerto Rican people are so warm and welcoming. I mean, they're the kind of people that they don't know you, they see you on the beach, they're just gonna invite you to their beach party right then and there, just because they're that way, they're friendly. I mean, it's really incredible. Our next door neighbors were the most amazing people. They were so kind and giving and caring, and even the people we bought our condo from, they were like super nice. I mean, and we've met so many Puerto Ricans while we've been there, business people and entrepreneurs, and they've invited us to their homes, and it's amazing. The people there are amazing. I meet nice people just walking out on the beach. I've learned a little Spanish from just random nice people walking out on the beach. So the people of Puerto Rico are fantastic. And I also have to say the Act 2022 people that we met over there were equally fascinating. I mean, we met the most interesting people in that crowd as well. I mean, they're entrepreneurs, they're business people, they're investors, they're into all these interesting things. They've set up their lives where they can live and work anywhere in the world, and they choose Puerto Rico. I mean, it was just really fantastic. They were inspiring. So yeah, I miss the people of Puerto Rico. The other thing I miss, number 2, are the mountains. I love the mountains of Puerto Rico. I love driving those back roads and seeing all those little towns and taking a day trip out there and finding a little waterfall and exploring some overgrown trail. I mean, I just love that. And the weather is so much cooler in the mountains. The weather down at the beach is really harsh for me. I had trouble with the heat and humidity. So going to the mountains was great. We had a friend that had a farm up there. It was fun to go visit him and his family. I didn't drive every back road. That was on my list of things to do, and I'd like to go back and do it. I don't know how they're doing since Hurricane Maria. I don't know if everything's all back to par yet, but I'd love to find out. And then the number 1 thing I have to say I miss the most are the beaches. The beaches of Puerto Rico are so beautiful, and there's so many different kinds of beaches. On the north part of the island where we were, we had a combination of, sandy beaches and this sort of lava rock beaches with caves, so many different beaches to choose from. And then on the Caribbean side, you've got more of the white sand beaches and the turquoise blue water, and and then on the Rincon side you've got the surf beaches. And so there were just all these different kind of beaches, and I don't even think I saw a quarter of them. I mean, and we did a lot of day trips, and I loved living near the beach. I liked taking that little 8-minute walk to the beach, and then I could just walk for miles, see all these nice people and the waves and the animals and the birds and the trees, and it was just really, really nice. So yeah, I have to say I miss that. And the water was actually warm enough to get into, at least in the summer. I do not like cold water. I never get into Lake Tahoe. It's like so cold. I don't get into pretty much any water except the Puerto Rican water in the summertime is so nice. You just get in, you just hang out in the water all day, have beer. It's awesome. So those are the top 11 things I miss about being in Puerto Rico. If you've been on the island and you're not there now, what do you miss most about it? Or if you're on the island now, what do you like most about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Now, here are 14 things that I don't miss. The mosquitoes, the fire ants, the oppressively hot weather on the outside, and the freezing cold air conditioning on the inside. Like, why? Why does everyone have to air condition their places to freezing temperatures? I don't get it. Mold on pretty much everything. Trash kind of all over the place. Tacky signs everywhere. Like every surface of every pole is covered with tacky signs. It's insane. Stray dogs and dead animals on the side of the road. Don't miss that. Population density. There are a lot of people on that island. There are so few wide open spaces. Pretty much even driving the back roads, you're seeing houses a lot of the time, which is why you should support Para la Naturaleza, which is a nonprofit on the island dedicated to conserving 33% of the island by 2033. Traffic. I think there are more cars on the island than actual people. People using the right shoulder as a lane and then cutting me off. Having to walk inside the gas station to pay for the gas. Like, why not at the pump? Why doesn't that work on the island? It doesn't work anywhere on the island. All the pumps have like buttons to do that, but it doesn't work. Oh, and parking. Parking is such a challenge all over the island. They just didn't make enough of it, and even when there is enough parking, the parking spaces are so skinny. It's like made for minis. And so basically you've got everybody in these all sizes of cars, SUVs. I mean, trying to get into a parking space takes like 3 times as long as it does on the mainland. And so that also adds to the traffic because everyone's like in a parking garage behind some guy or gal waiting for her to maneuver into this teeny tiny space. And she's gotta like do it multiple times because they don't make anything wide enough. It's crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. Loud parties, loud music, loudness in the movie theater, just this, everything is loud. Like the volume is so turned up in Puerto Rico, and I get it. It's awesome. Like Puerto Ricans, they love to party and have a good time, and everything is loud. It's like, it's almost like you can't escape it. One of the best reasons to live in a gated community is so that you don't have like those speaker trucks driving around, you know, booming music or political messages at your front door. So yeah, it's a loud culture, and I don't miss that. I don't miss spending all day waiting in doctor's offices to see a doctor where you had a specific time laid out for your appointment, and so did 50 other people. I don't miss dealing with Puerto Rican banks. It's like the dark ages there. I don't miss power outages, and I don't miss internet outages. Even before Hurricane Maria, we had a lot of outages, and it was just hard when you're running a business to just oh, power's out, internet's out. Can't do anything. I mean, okay, you go to the beach, but it's, I don't know, it's difficult. Yeah, and the last thing I don't miss is dealing with any government agency of any kind on the island. Oh my God, just shoot me. I should stop now because I don't want to get too negative. If you have something to add to the list, please feel free to share it below. The thing is, I see a lot of interest on YouTube lately about moving to Puerto Rico, and you know, there's a lot of videos out there that just kind of glorify it, and that's all great. There is opportunity here. There is a lot of opportunity here, but there's also some downsides. There's some risks. There's some, you know, things that make it difficult that you want to be aware of before you move here. So I'm just bringing that up as a, you know, something to think about. These are just my opinions. I'm sure your opinions are different. I'm sure I'll get a lot of haters in the comments, but again, I'm just bringing out this other side of the story so that you can make an informed choice. But definitely, if you're thinking about moving to Puerto Rico, get on a plane, go out, visit, stay for a while, you know, try renting in some different neighborhoods, talk to some different people, just give it a go and see if you like it, you know, and if you think you will, then just do it. If you don't like it, you can always move back, and if you love it, you'll be so happy you moved there. So that's my best advice. Just get out there and give it a try. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give the video a thumbs up, and please comment below. Click the bell for notifications and subscribe for more. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.